Gwen Cotterman, and I work in the Office of Student Success Services. And our program is a federal grant, and we worked with first generation students who are Pell eligible and students who have documented disability, and just help them navigate the world of higher ed. We really try to help connect them to resources. So typically a first generation student has come in and they may not have that background where they can rely on family members to give them kind of a direction to go. And so we certainly try to get them connected to things that will help them be successful while they're here. Usually students that are coming and being the first in their family, they have a lot of questions, and it's overwhelming for them to know where to go first. So what's nice is that they can come and have a safe place to ask these questions that will help them be able to prompt more on their own as they move through their experience. Really, we're a place where a student can feel free to ask any question. Sometimes it feels awkward, I think, for a student to be in a class and it's their thought that every student around them knows the answer to the question of, where is the registrar's office? What do I do about this hold on my account? And just being able to meet them where they're at and find out what their needs are, and really to help direct them to where they can get those questions answered. I think we've found that sometimes the students might not know the questions to ask. So it's just taking the extra moment maybe to provide a prompt, or certainly provide additional clarification for when they think they have it, but really they just want to make sure that they're on the right track. I see a couple different responses to this. One is when we're working with the transfer student population, some of the challenges are they're bringing in so many additional credits, and so they receive that letter that says you need to be on track with your degree program, and it's just really looking to recalibrate and make sure that they're aware of what are the required classes they need to finish the degree that they've pursued once they're here at UW. And then the second part to this, I would say, is the fear that takes over when they get that very formal letter of, oh my gosh, I lost my aid. And really working with them to say, all right, here are the simple steps, and as long as you're showing what your intentions are and you're giving an explanation of why you are on SAP, then they're able to work through it, and then it makes sense, and then the semesters after that they're fine. But yeah, that initial shock of opening the letter, they're a little worried, to say the least. I think that first gen students really are not comfortable with where to ask their questions or how to ask their questions, and just the simple guides that will help them, as simple as how to frame an email to a faculty member. You'd be amazed. Faculty members can tell you just how new that is for some students. So yeah, just taking that extra moment of time with each student and helping them through whichever question they might have at that time on that day. Well, we love referring students to the direct office for which they can get those questions answered. So we rely heavily on students that have those financial questions to check in directly with student financial aid. For those students that have the transcript questions, to go to the office of the registrar. And for students that are undeclared, that they're checking in with ACEs and seeing different options for them. I think UW has done a great job in providing some of this online. So the EPIC software has been amazing for us to just introduce students to. And then as far as off campus, we've discovered things like Suited for Success through the Zonta Club, which provides clothing for women who are looking to have a career-based interview, and they need to have the right attire to attend their interview, and that's free to any student. And then there's community-based food programs that we'll try to connect students to if that should be a need for them as well. So anytime that we can hear about things that are offered through campus or through the community, we certainly try to pass that on as much as possible. So probably my favorite thing is when a student comes in and says, I want to change my major. I know that sounds really funny, but it tells me that they're really connecting to what is their passion and what is their interest level in something. So for the student that thought they wanted to be the doctor since age 3, and then they get halfway through general biology and realize that the doctor path might not be in their best interest, but they love working with people, and here's another way that they can do this. It puts them in the right frame of mind to really start moving forward. So I would say that as a student comes in and says, this is what I want, or can we look at things? Absolutely. Let's click into EPIC. Let's look at a couple things, and let's start talking about what other options UW has for them. They're super appreciative of anything that an advisor does for them. So they will really rely on the scope of knowledge that each advisor will share with them, and certainly take it to heart in most cases and use that information to help them along.